Yo, we got a video here today, and we look at this dilemma about the breadwinner. The fact that they want the option of becoming a breadwinner and becoming a CEO and a multi-billionaire, but at the same time, they also want to marry someone who's in that same position, and there becomes a problem. Let's get right into it.
There are men out there that you do not have to ask for anything at all, that will show you even in the dating phase before committing to a relationship that they are financial providers. There are men out there who have seen their mama struggle to pay bills, lights getting cut off, and just don't like that for a black woman and grow up and be like, you know what?
Sometimes you sense a little bit of projection, right? It's not like they're speaking on behalf of multiple people, even though there are some in the same position, but this is talking exactly about herself.
I'm going to make it real easy on my woman. I am going to handle the finances because that's the type of man I am. Or there are men out there who are raised by their fathers or whomever, or their own beliefs.
To a degree, there are guys willing to do that part of the deal if and only if you're willing to be a submissive woman. You want a guy to pay all the bills, but you're going to argue about submission. So it just becomes an unbalanced deal.
As a grown up, that I want to be the breadwinner in my relationship. So I am going to take care of my woman. There are men out there who've seen their mama struggle or go through hard times or work 15 jobs, and they've seen that black woman struggle, and they're like, well, I guess that's what women's supposed to do. Like, that's I seen it coming up, and this is going to be like that with every woman I'm with. That's just how it's going to be. You're going to struggle, you're going to work a job.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way, but people have decided to have children out of wedlock at alarming rates with multiple people. Sometimes, back in the day, there might have been a scenario where they've had a child out of wedlock, they give the child to their aunt, someone in the family, and then they shift the 304. She now gets to a different country, a different state with grandma, and she gets to start over, and that's it. There's no second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh chance. It's like, well, you messed up this time, we fixed it up. Now it's time to start fresh, and you're not going to commit the same mistake.
There are literally men out there that will be like, you know what? Instead of trying to find a woman to go 50-50 with, I'm going to use that time to find another way to make more money so that I can provide for my woman and have her relax in that.
And guys do that. When you look at it, we seem to just earn more everywhere. It's not because we're more competitive. It's not because we work more hours. No, of course not. It's because of some weird systemic gender gap that they always want to bring up. But in this graph here, what stood out was the self-employed section. Look at that difference. When you're your own boss, it's a blessing and a curse in the sense of you can work really hard, but you can also be soft on yourself and not work hard. And you can see that the guys earn over 60,000, whereas the ladies stay around the same. They can't even break 40,000 when it comes to the self-employment
arena and not have to worry about that arena. I'm going to figure out different ways to make money so that I can provide financially for my woman. There are men out there that will pay all your bills. There are men out there will pay.
Listen to how she said that. That will pay all your bills. Yeah, I know. Some people are lazy. Some people just want it all on a silver, all the bills, not 70%, even though that's obviously the overwhelming majority. But the idea of 50-50 is like pulling nails, as if you're committing a crime.
Pay all your bills, pay for every date, every time you walk out the house, every piece of food that you buy at the grocery store, every date night that you want to go out on, every time you want to hang out with the kids or your friends. They will pay for all.
Yeah, you can create a Prince Charming in your mind. And this is why there's this assumption that the top 2%, top 3% have a selection of 90% of the ladies, because they've got the ability to just throw a bit of chump change to them because they're making all of this cash still.
All that. There are men out there who will pay for every date night, every time you walk out the door, pay all the bills, and give you an allowance. There are men out there like that. There are men out there like that that
They'll give you the allowance too, like a sugaring almost, right? So are you basically saying there's sugar daddies out there that potentially fund a lot of this delusion?
you don't have to ask for $1 because they are just natural born providers, they're givers, and that's just what they feel manly being able to do. There are men out there like that. So if you want a certain type of
So if you're a lady wanting that, you should probably do it between the ages of 18 to 25, and at latest sometime in your 20s. If you want to have multiple kids beforehand and then even talk about this subject, good luck, straight up. I mean, maybe you're Kim Kardashian, maybe you're someone really famous and have lots of clout. But the overwhelming majority is you're just going to have to settle for what even is out there.
man, know that they're out there. If you want a man that you pay all the bills, I've been there before. I paid all the man bills, gave him an allowance. I've been there in a couple of relationships in my younger years. I don't function my best in my most softest feminine energy in those relationships. But
This is why it's almost important that they've got some type of father figure, some kind of mentorship to help them in their decisions, because when given all these opportunities, all these options, it seems like they waste their prime. They waste that time. And now when they're older, it's time to get serious now. Might be too late. Might be.
But I've done that. I've done the 50-50 thing. Don't like that. So I've been in many relationships where I'm taken care of and I don't ask for it. It's an automatic. They listen, they see, they know, they pay attention. They know bills come every.
That was an interesting transition. So she didn't like the 50-50 thing, but she also admitted that during her prime years, she was given an allowance to someone. You know, she was the breadwinner during her prime.
Every month, every week it's a bill due. They know this. So they'll constantly feed you. They won't even ask you, babe, you need something? No, huh? Here go a Cash App, here go a Zelle. It just pops up. Because they know bills come. They got bills themselves. They've been adults for years. They know bills come all the time. Every month, they don't stop. They know.
So why are you entitled to have another adult pay for your adult bills? I mean, what are you doing? Everyone has 24 hours in a day, right? We're all accountable for what we do. But there's just this assumption that this guy's going to pay for it. He's got to work that extra job in order to pay for it.
You're always going to need food for the house, toilet tissue for the bathroom. They know this. So they would go ahead and just take care of that. And that's that. So date in your lane. Date with what you're able to deal with. Date with what you choose to put up with. The lifestyle that you think you deserve. And
now on the flip side, I'm paying for it, right? I'm putting it all on the table. I guess you got to be submissive. I guess you got to be a peaceful, feminine energy, because I'm putting it all on the table. 100% of the finances, masculine. That's what an alpha does, I guess. But this problem gets summed up by this last clip.
And at this point, your husband or wife,
in order to buy a home, you need a dual income today.
Right, but
that never was the case before.
Putting marriage on top of it too. 50% of marriages don't work out in the first place. So not only are you paying for the kids that you had, you're paying your wife alimony. You have to support yourself in a new relationship. That's very expensive to do that.
Right.
You're raising you have two lives if you get divorced.
Well, Erica, does this make sense to you? Like, if you were to start fresh right now, would you make sure that that person was financially comparable to you?
Well, no, because when I got remarried, I was bankrupt, so I was the cautionary tale. But let me tell you, none of...
Surprise, surprise. So someone was willing to be the breadwinner and raise her up. And now that she's in a great place, she's not going to pay it forward. They're not going to pay it forward. She's not going to raise someone else up. She's going to want someone on her level.
None of these things really apply to my friend circle because they're not the ones. I think it's actually the other way around. Women have become more financially attractive, and there are a lot of men who appreciate that financial attraction. I just think that we've gotten to a place where women are becoming the lead in their house.
Look at that face. Look at that smug face. Let's rewind that a little bit.
in their households and in the society, and therefore, of course, the pendulum has swung the other way.
Yeah, women are ballers. Shot callers. Okay.
Why don't you just go ahead and finish the verse?
Ballers, shot callers, right? They're making extra money, whether it's in the private sector, whether it's self-employed, whether it's non-profit, local government, state government. It's nowhere. Nowhere. Maybe, where's the graph for like Instagram or TikTok or OnlyFans or something? Where's that graph? They're probably, I think they might be winning that one.
Okay. Wow.
That was amazing.
That was a wrap. In case you didn't follow me.
Yeah, that was the
I'm
most
turning
mom thing
red.
you've ever
Okay,
said.
leave me alone.
But they have this delusion that, hey, you just hold out. There's plenty to go around.
Beta!
Money to spare. These guys, they can subscribe to 100 people a month, of course. It's just infinite amount. But anyway, gents, we're going to leave it right there. As always, thoughts, comments, but low. And hit that like on the way out. It takes 1.5 seconds. And smash that subscribe button right now. Need you to press it. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.